According to reports, crooked Joe Biden and the communists, Marxists, and fascists running his administration want to make this election about which candidate is, quote, the most extreme. If so, that's a debate I'm thrilled to have, because crooked Joe Biden has run the worst and most radical campaign anyone's ever seen, and he is actually a radical person. Take a look at what he's doing with Catholic churches. Take a look what he's doing to people of religion. It's a disgrace. Now, if it's him, which I think it is, it's terrible. But it doesn't matter, because he's surrounded by people that don't like a lot of the people that happen to live very happily in our country. I want to secure borders. Biden wants no borders. And he wants millions and millions of illegal aliens pouring into our communities, people that come from prisons, people that come, many of them, they come from, the prisons are being emptied out all over the world. So many of them come from prisons. They come from mental institutions and insane asylums. They're being emptied out all over the world, and they're terrorists. And we're going to have the largest deportation movement in history. We have no choice. Where he's giving them free welfare. Think of this. They come into our country illegally, and he gives free welfare and work permits at your expense. Takes away your jobs. I want American energy dominance. Joe Biden wants American energy surrender. He has surrendered energy. We were dominant. We were doing things with energy that nobody's ever seen. We were getting proportionately the lowest prices our country has ever paid. We had gasoline down to $1.87 and even much lower than that during certain times. His insane Green New Scam is driving energy prices right through the roof. And as soon as the election ends, just like last time, he went into the strategic reserves to try and keep gasoline down a little bit. And that worked for a short period of time, and then went up to $5, $6, $7, $8 a gallon. And that's what happened. But now they're trying to artificially bring it down a little bit before the election. It's not going to work. People are not going to buy it, because then he's going to take away your energy anyway and force you to buy all electric cars, which don't go far and are very expensive. And by the way, where your jobs all come out of China. So for the United Auto Workers and all of the other people that make cars, you better vote for Trump, because if you don't, you're not going to be making cars for very long. I can tell you that. I want low taxes, low regulation, fair trade, and no inflation. That's what we had for 4 years. That's what we had, all of those things. Biden wants the largest tax hike in American history. He wants to quadruple your taxes, trillions of dollars in job-killing regulations he's going to add, which is going to seriously hurt your job market. And he's already caused the most crippling inflation in a half a century, but it's probably ever. I want to let you buy any car you want. Meanwhile, Crooked Joe wants to mandate all electric cars. I mean, you can only buy an electric car which don't go far, which are all going to be made in China. I hope you're listening to this, all of the automakers and all of the people that work for the automakers who are selling them out of their jobs, because that's what's going to happen. Your cars are all going to be made under Biden in China, and your family won't be able to afford an all-electric car. They don't go far. They're not affordable. It's a disaster for our country. You're going to be able to buy all forms, including electric. But if you want gasoline-powered, if you want hybrid, you're going to be able to buy it. The same thing with your stoves. They want to take away your stoves if they're gas-fired. They want you to go all electric. But people that are great chefs and great cooks, they don't want all electric. They want gas. People that cook for their family want gas. It's better for cooking. You're going to be able to have gas stoves again. Right now, they want to take that privilege away from you. I will sign that on day one. I'll sign the all-electric car nonsense, ending it on day one. It'll all be done on day one. I want a strong military. Joe Biden wants a woke military and a weak America, because that's what's going to have. Remember, I took out ISIS with a powerful military with great generals, not the ones you see on television or the people that go away for 5 days and nobody even knows what's going on. The Secretary of Defense, he disappeared. Nobody knew where he was for 5 days. He was in the hospital, didn't tell anybody. I want to restore the rule of law and defend the Constitution. Joe Biden, on the other hand, is weaponizing the FBI and the DOJ, Department of Injustice, I call it, against his political opponent, me, trying to put me in jail for doing nothing but complain about crooked elections. We want to, if you mention that the election is rigged or crooked, They want to put you in jail because it is rigged and crooked. We have all the facts if somebody wants to look at them, and everybody knows it. And he's also trying to get anyone who challenges him kicked off the ballot. He's done that with already 3 or 4 candidates. Joe Biden is an extremist. He truly is an extremist. He's not a very smart one, but he's an extremist. And the people who work for him are tyrants and thugs and Marxists, and they're freaks in a certain way. His radicalism has given us a nation in serious decline. We are a nation in decline like probably never before. And all I want to do is very simple: make America great again. That's why we will win in a landslide this November. We're going to win bigger than ever before. We're going to swamp them. We're going to take our country back. We're going to be America first. We're going to make America great again. And we are then going to work on keeping America great, because we will get it turned around fast. We will close the borders. We will have energy, all that you've ever had, just like we had. We became the #1 energy producer in the world. And then Joe Biden got involved, and everything came to a halt, except for a thing called inflation, where we set records on inflation like we've never seen before, where your food prices went up 4 times, where your energy prices tripled. Everything went bad. He hasn't done one thing well for our country, whether it's Afghanistan and that horrible surrender that he made in Afghanistan, leaving dead soldiers, Americans behind, hundreds, maybe thousands of Americans behind, and $85 billion worth of brand new military equipment behind in the hands of the Taliban, who then became one of the largest sellers of military weapons anywhere in the world. They were selling the weapons we left behind. We can't have these fools running our country anymore. We want to do something very simple. It's called Make America Great Again. Vote for me. I did it once. We'll do it a second time. And it'll actually, despite the destruction that they've caused, it'll actually be easier. Thank you very much.